at the simple expense of spearfishing and banning the removal of corals, fauna or... In today's world, it seems that economic fears are what makes the global movement towards environmental conservation so painfully slow. And yet here in Bonaire, healthy coral reefs are actually translating into a healthy local economy. So anxious are photographers and divers to experience the wonders of this unique underwater world. It is in fact a world so sensitive that even the use of permanent boat moorings instead of anchors has a very positive and everlasting effect on the reef community. Because coral polyps are in fact living organisms that grow within their external limestone skeletons, a carelessly dropped anchor can easily damage a section of coral that is dependent. Perhaps the most unique and appealing aspect of Bonaire's protected coral reefs is to be found in their accessibility. As a fringing reef, still young enough to be close to the shoreline, the majority of Bonaire's beaches act more like a doorstep than an exit from the sea's hidden wonders. Bonaire's reefs and their inhabitants are some of the most photographed in the world, and it is never uncommon to find the professional and the amateur working in the same area together, without ever encroaching on each other's space. Yet another testament to the richness of marine life that is to be found here. And yet, it is sometimes said that the truest indication of a coral reef's health has less to do with the animals one sees by day than with those that arrive at night. So unique is the daily life cycle of a healthy coral reef that one can expect to see an entirely different roster of reef residents emerging with the setting of the sun. While it is clear that these night creatures are no less accepting of man's presence, they do reveal still another extreme variety of animals, some of which are considered to be top reef predators. Meanwhile, daytime reef residents, ever aware of the emerging nighttime consumers, have sought their evening protection in the reef's many nooks and crannies. Some make use of homemade cocoons, while others, like the tiny creole fish and attendant parasite, are much more vulnerable. My delight with these nighttime creatures extends far beyond their seemingly playful and curious manner. I regard the general lack of fear towards man that has been demonstrated by both day and nighttime reef residents here to be the best advertisement possible for the continuation of underwater reef sanctuaries, not only here in the Caribbean, but all around the world. Clearly, if Bonaire's coral reefs can be maintained and still provide for this small corner of the Caribbean, simple common sense suggests that on a global scale, man is capable of doing a great deal more for this, his most important resource. To suggest some 20 years after it was first implemented that the decision to protect the coral reefs of Bonaire was a wise one now seems an obvious understatement. But even the most optimistic of forecasts could not have predicted how beautifully and quickly nature, given its way, would be able to overcome man's neglect.